I love how it talks to you now and tells you the recording is in progress. That's just great, right? Okay, so if any of you guys watching were able to watch Tammy's power plan from last night, if you didn't, that's okay, it's recorded. There is a replay, but she has challenged us to do 10 samples this week. And so I want to kind of reiterate that. A lot of times the company challenges us to get free accounts, and it's hard to get people to give you their email just to set up an account. Saying the word free account is kind of scary and intimidating to people, but if you're giving out samples, you want their email so that you can follow up with them. So I kind of want to start off by saying, oh, it looks like Dawn is coming in. Let's get Dawn in here. Okay, yay. Thank you, Dawn, for joining us too. Yes, Lacey says, I plan to buy samples with all of my credits. Absolutely, you can use your credits, your free credits from the month to buy samples. And you guys, when I say giving out samples or getting out samples, however you do it, if you pay for them or if you give them away for free, whatever you choose to do, it doesn't even have to be a 3-day sample. And Lacey can attest to this. Natasha is a 12K leader here, and she started with a sample of rest gel. It doesn't have to be the 3 steps, but the point is getting people introduced to the Thrive experience, what Thrive is, what it could do for them, and getting them into our culture, getting them to see, once you create that account for them, they can browse for themselves. They can get on their website, they can look around, they can click all the buttons, they can see all the products, they can see the ingredients. And usually once they have that account, they get that email from the company and they'll come back and say, okay, so I see you talk about this, but what is this stuff? And do you have anything for this? And it just kind of creates conversation. So I'm piggybacking on Tammy's challenge. You guys, the challenge is it's going to help your business grow. That's the reward. It's going to help your business grow. So let's make Tammy proud and do 10 samples this week. Let's show her that we listened to her. If you haven't watched the replay, last night's power plan was so good. She had a ton of things that she shared. She actually shared her screen and showed how she does this from her computer. And there was things, I've been doing this for 6 years, I've never thought to do or knew you could do from my desktop. So make sure that's also on my list. Stay close to the buyer, stay close to these trainings. Everything is recorded. So you don't have to be here live. Granted, I like when you're here live because I feel like I'm not talking to myself, but no leader expects everyone to be on live all the time. We all have lives, we're all busy, we all have stuff going on, and I get it. Monday morning for me works best for me, so that's why I host these on Monday mornings, but I don't expect everyone, obviously, across time zones in the United States, which, what day is it? It is Sunday, you guys. The time changes, and I am really excited to only be 2 hours apart from those East Coast people because 3 hours is hard. You guys, we just moved into this house. We are it's still empty. It sounds like my voice is echoing, but I feel like for the first time in 2 years, I'm actually sleeping like a normal person that lives here instead of waking up at 4 a.m. So that's great for me and my sleeping schedule. My phone is still dinging at 3 a.m. because you guys, it's on the East Coast, it's later there. And so if you put me in a group chat early in the morning, I am not ignoring you. I am just sleeping and I will get back to you. Just know that I don't want you to not put me in group chats. I want to be in them, but just be patient because I'm across the country from you guys. So there is that. For those of you who are on, I have a question for you. So this is what I love about the Zoom is you can comment and I can read the comments in real time. Sometimes on Facebook, the messenger or the comments don't always show, they're lagging. So if you're listening and you're able to text, I want to know what you need from leadership. What is it that you would need from somebody who is above you, somebody who is leading you that will help you grow? And I'm asking this because obviously we are all our own leaders. Like we are leaders, we are promoters. We decided to make this a business because we want to help people. We want to get people started on Thrive. We know what Thrive has done for us. We know that it works. We're using it every day. I need to know what your leadership can do to be better, including myself. I am including like, what do you need from me, but all of your leadership. Like if it's not coming from me, maybe something from someone else that you could learn. Lacey says, I always just need reminders of doing the basics. Sometimes I make things too difficult. And that is what I love about this is Lacey's really good about coming and saying, what should I say? Or what this is happening. What do you think it is? And when we talk about it, she's like, I'm so glad I asked this in my upline chat because it was a simple answer, but the basics are so important. And I did not even tell Lacey I was going to talk about this, but since you brought it up, while you guys are typing things, please let me know what you need. June of last year, not this year, but the year before, we did a Cultivating Leadership Month. I know I've talked to Dawn about this recently and she's on here, and she had mentioned when I talked to her a week or so ago that she loved that. And she joined this team during that month or during that time when all these different leaders were leading on different topics. And I called that our Cultivating Leadership Month. That was when we grew from a 12K team to an 80K team after that month. Like that was like our crazy growth. And I really honestly believe it was because all of us leaders came together. So, I do a team huddle every Monday. Lacey does hers every Tuesday. Courtney does hers every Wednesday. Sarah's been doing hers on Thursdays. We have something every single day from these leaders. We've been doing team huddles every week since January 1st of this year. Consistently, we have been showing up, doing team huddles, and it's been great. Like, I love the consistency. I love knowing like who's going to be hosting and when. I love knowing that it's just live in our team page, so you can go watch it whenever. But I want to go a little deeper this month through the rest of the year and go over the basics with different leaders. So I am going to be posting a topics list, and I'm going to be asking uplines, so my top leaders, to help me assign their leaders to the topics. You don't get to sign up for your own topic. I get to assign you to a topic, but with the help of your leaders. So for example, I'm going to pick on Dawn because she's my level 2. I'm going to ask Shantae, which is her upline, what is Dawn really great at? And I'm going to come to Dawn and say, hey, Dawn, Shantae says you're really great at this. What's a good day for you to do a training on this? And Dawn is going to look at the calendar and pick a day and tell me what day she's going to do a training. And we are going to have different leaders from the whole entire team talk about the basics. I am not going to do some crazy deep dive training into the waiting room. Okay, because the waiting room is a complex topic for when you're at least a 12K leader. That would be very silly to come in and try to coach the whole team on. But what about a training? I know last time when Danielle, picking on Danielle because I see her, she did a training on how she stays organized. Like that was great. She was great at she does spreadsheets. I don't work that way. I have a notebook. I write down people's names and I write down like when I talk to them and what I talk to them about. And, when I reach out to people for their birthdays and I write it down on a notebook. But Danielle's great at spreadsheets. And just because I don't operate that way doesn't mean, there's 3,000 people on this team. There are more people who can relate to Danielle and her thing. Lacey says, I have a leader that would be great at a topic. I'll keep that in mind. Yes, I'm going to put this together soon, hopefully starting on Monday, because I'm also going to be, Jackie, surprise, I'm going to have an event at my house on Monday next week to just kind of brainstorm together. And Jackie says, helpful tips and motivation. Yes. So I love that. And that is something we all need, right? Including me. And I go and talk to other leaders for those things, because even though I'm a leader, I definitely don't know it all, and I don't want to know it all. And I love learning from other leaders. Something I want to talk about also is the Vibin' and Thriving customer page. You guys, that is a gold mine of a tool for us and for our customers. I really want to encourage you, whether you're on here now or watching the replay, please be active in there. Invite people. Danielle, I saw you just invited a ton of people. That was fantastic. Thank you for doing that. Encourage people, hop in there and encourage people who are sharing. If somebody's asking a question or whatever the post is, we're the leaders. We get to hop in there and show up and say, yes, I've tried that. This is how I like it. This is how I mixed my lifestyle mix. This is what I experienced on my sample, whatever it is that is being asked, and engage. So encourage, engage, and invite people to this group. And the reason why I want you guys to know that it's important is because it's our team. And I'm kind of going to talk about this too. Danielle had invited a bunch of people to this group, and one of her potential people that she invited, which I can see who invited who as an admin. So if Jackie, you invite somebody, I can see that you invited them. And if they ask a question and I see it in time, I can go and be like, hey, Jackie, your girl's asking a question. This is so exciting. Like, we can talk about it. We can beef her up. We can talk to her, engage her. And I will make sure that if she is wanting to order and she reaches out to somebody, I'm like, oh no, that's Jackie's person. Jackie invited her to the page. Let's make sure Jackie gets credit. Danielle, I saw you had a customer make a post and another promoter got on there and said, I can help you. I deleted that comment and I removed her from the page because we don't do that here. We don't do that on our team. We don't take each other's customers. This is supposed to be a safe place where we can be comfortable and confident knowing that if we invite our potential people, those are our potential people. And Danielle just said, I got a new customer account from it. That is fantastic. That's what it's for. But here's the thing, if you're not in there participating, you guys, this is also a public page, so people can search for Thrive and and invite themselves to the group, and it will ask how they were invited. If they're not attached to a promoter, who do you think they're going to ask for help? Do you think they're going to come to this page and see all this Thrive stuff? They're going to ask somebody who's active in the page. So they might see your comment that says, you know what, on day 2, I had a little bit of a headache, but I drank a lot of water and I felt great the next day. They might be like, you know what, I can relate to that. I get headaches when I don't drink caffeine. I'm going to reach out to that person and see, ask them questions. And that could turn into a new customer for you. So obviously, I don't want you going in there trying to poach customers. We don't do that, right? Just go in there and be engaging, because you never know who's going to search the page and join today. And they're going to see, oh, Samantha made a thankful November post this morning, and not one person went in there and said what they were thankful for in November. Maybe I'll comment on this, and then I'm going to go and see who is this person who joined. Oh, they're brand new. Well, thankfully somebody's listening to me today. I'm going to go have a conversation with them. It's for all of us to use. That group is for us to go in there and show them what the Thrive life is like. And yes, our products work. Yes, our products are fantastic. They've changed my life in a huge way. And I know that each and every one of you has experienced that also. We want to show them what the community is like. That's what's up to us. So we are a team. I don't know if any of you follows Courtney Glaser, but she made a post. I think Lacey shared it with me yesterday. And I was just like, wow, I love that. Her whole thing is about her community and how awesome her community is and how they work together. You guys, she's describing us. That's our team too. I love that our team works together. We're really great at talking to each other in the team page and the promoter page, but we really got to focus on using that customer page, because number one, we've invited our customers in there. So we want them to see us participating. When your customer sees you commenting and you engaging, and please make a post, because then I don't have to make as many and they don't all come from me. But when they see that, it will make them feel more comfortable to participate also. So if they see Dawn hopping in there and commenting, and Dawn has invited them, they're number one going to see it on their personal page as they're scrolling just their Facebook and see, oh, Dawn made a comment. I'm going to go in here and check out this Thriving and Thriving page. I haven't been there in a while. And it's going to make them feel more comfortable in participating. So make that part of your everyday to-do list. Take 5 minutes a day and just consciously go to Vibin' and Thrivin', scroll through there for 5 minutes and be active. Comment, like, react, engage, encourage, invite people to this page. Use it. I have actually had people reach out to me with questions that are not my people, and obviously I've helped them, but I want them to go to the people who they relate to the most, and maybe they relate to me because I'm always in there. I don't know, but help me out. So whether you're watching the recording or you're here now, just know that that is not my customer page. That is our customer page. So use it for yourself. Another thing, do you ever say, I wish my team would work? I don't know what to do to get them to do something. I don't know why they're not working. This is a hard topic, you guys, because I know it's frustrating sometimes to try to get people to work. And it's kind of like, why, what am I doing wrong, right? You guys, people do what they see. So I'm kind of going to pick on Lacey because I know that she's got a couple shout outs lately for getting new customers. And I'm using her as an example because she has had conversations with me about what can I do to motivate my team. And I said, you should have them over for a get together, do something with them. And she did. She invited them to her house. She had them over for a brunch after the Las Vegas getaway so that they could talk about stuff, right? So we talked about that together. What can we do? We came up with a plan, but she wasn't just complaining about her team not working. She was genuinely like, what can I do to get them to work? And she invited them to her house. So once they come to her house, guess how many people showed up, right? She's a 12K leader. She's driving a freight truck. She's got a huge team of over 100 promoters. And guess how many people came to her training? 2. 2 people. You can't make anyone do anything, right? You can't, you can plan all the things, right? There's 300 people in our team page and there's 5 of us here. We can't make anyone do anything, but we can show up. So those of you watching now, those of you here now, those of you watching the replay, that still counts because you're taking the time to invest in your business. When you do that, when you show up, they start to do the same thing. So Lacey had an event. Lacey had 2 people come. She did not let that discourage her. She had a great time learning, growing, planning with her team. And Lacey just got 2 new customers. That is not by accident. That is just because she's doing the work. She's doing stuff. She's getting stuff together. And I'm not saying that anybody's not doing that. What I am saying is if you feel stuck and you feel like nobody's doing anything and nobody's working, make a plan and just show up anyway. Just do it anyway. Just follow through anyway, because all those things snowball. All those things they fire up your energy and they make you feel like you want to do things, that your team will see those things. Those 2 new customers she just got in one day, those were people she'd been following up with for a really long time. But it doesn't matter if she's following up with them for a really long time or if she just met them that day. It doesn't matter. Her team that showed up, her 2 promoters that just showed up and she shared advice with, are going to see, wow, our leader is getting new customers. Our leader is getting new customers, which means all that advice she just gave us was probably true. So we should do what Lacey says, because what Lacey told us is working for her, so maybe it can work for us. That's what I love about this team. We all have different ideas. We all have different ways of doing our reach outs, right? Doing our follow-ups. Some people like to just talk to people face to face. Some people want to go on social media and do it. Some people like to get out there and meet people in real life, and some people don't, and everyone's different, and that's okay. I'm going to read what Dawn said. I'm trying to move this participant thing. I've done the same, and 0 have shown and offered to buy brunch, and 1 has shown, took 1 to brunch, and she quit the next day and unfriended me. I just keep trying, even though I get very discouraged at times. I know they will come back when it's their time. It's interesting to read that. You know why, Dawn? Because you are a 12K leader, and we have so many people on this team who look up to you and want to be like you because you're a 12K leader. Like, you are amazing at what you do. And that was kind of my point about inviting people. Like, Lacey's got 200 people on her team, and 2 came to her house. And when you get those no's, and when you get people who quit, and when you get people who, they have negative things to say, it's hard. Like, that's the valley. That's when God is testing you to see what you're made of. He wants to know, are you in this, or are you in this for a sale? Are you in this to get new promoters, or are you in this because this product changed your life and you want to change the lives of others? I know what Thrive can do for people. I know what it can do for their body. And because I changed my life that way, it also changed my life financially. I never lead with that. I never lead with, this product is going to make you rich by sharing with people. I am not rich by any means, but it just takes starting with the basics. Just like Lacey said at the beginning, got to be reminded of the basics. You've got to go back to the basics. Getting people together it's great. Like, it's great to have this community one-on-one when you can actually like feel people's energy. That's not always possible. Sometimes it has to be online. I totally understand that, but stick with it. Dawn, I saw your post that was very real and raw about, you know what, my pictures can't always be pretty. Like, my house isn't always pretty, but you show up. You post consistently, you stay consistent, and the people who are meant for you are going to show up. The people who you're made to change their life, it might be the person you see at the grocery store. It might not be the person who you really want them to do this because you know it could change their life and they're just not listening to you and it's frustrating. You might go run to the gas station today and somebody's going to ask you about that sticker. You're going to have your cute little QR code on your phone, which I know you have, and they're going to go and order it. And yeah, she does. And Jackie, I'm going to tag you in this video that Dawn did after she went to a training, and she learned a bunch of stuff that I learned a bunch of stuff from her sharing. And you just never know when that person is going to be the one person who, even if you never become a millionaire, they thank you because they're not snapping at their kids anymore, and they're sleeping through the night, and they have a better relationship with their spouse, and they're able to walk without their feet hurting. When you do that, that's worth everything. You guys, I'm looking at Danielle's cute little face on here. She struggles with some serious autoimmune stuff. I'm not going to name anything because I don't want to be non-compliant, but she followed me for years. And then when she finally took the product and it changed her life, that makes my whole promoting life worth it. I made her feel better by being consistent, even when she said, one day I'm going to order this, but I just don't have the money right now. I did not stop following up with her. I did not stop sharing because I thought it's just an excuse. People can't afford it. No, I checked on her. I checked in with her, and now she's changed her life. That is just like, yeah, we all want to be to the next level. We all want to be, earning new customers and new promoters to get the shout out and all of that. But you guys, every single time there's a shout out for a new customer, that's a life that's been changed. That is totally worth celebrating. Lacey said, I also have held events and had 0 show. Just keep holding them. The ones that want to learn and grow will come. And you know what? Timing is everything, you guys. Timing is everything. You might talk to somebody and they might blow you off because they're like, whatever, she's just trying to sell me something. And they think, yeah, whatever. But tomorrow morning when they wake up and they hit snooze 3 times, that conversation is going to be in their mind. you know what? Dawn was talking to me yesterday about this stuff that really made her feel better. I'm going to reach out to her and I'm going to actually listen to what she has to say. You never ever know when somebody's going to wake up one day and be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You just don't know unless you're talking about it. So my question to you is, if you have a team that you wish would work, the number one thing you've got to do is look in the mirror. What are you doing that they can follow? What are you showing up as? What have you done on your social media? When's the last time you went live? I haven't gone live in a long time, and I'm really upset about it because I love to go live and I'm restricted from going live because I told my friend I was going to kidnap her puppy because it was cute. I can't say that on Facebook, hence the Zooms, which is a whole other topic. But you guys, people want to hear your voice. I can make a cute little post where I say that I did this, this, and this today, thanks to Thrive. But when I go live and I use my voice and I'm like, you guys, Thrive changed my life. I'm a different person. My kids don't remember that mom anymore. They don't know what it was like when I was yelling at them to hurry up and get out the door, put your shoes on in the car because we don't have time today. They don't remember that. I'm up before them every day. I am dressed and ready for the day before they wake up. I get to wake them up and spend that hour helping them get ready for school instead of rushing them. When you hear me say it, it's way more effective than just reading it and being like, yeah, okay, sure. Okay, that's what they say. She's just trying to get a sale. But when you use your voice, the more you use your voice, the more, how many of you have ever been to my page and read something that I wrote and read it in my voice? Like, can you hear me saying it? When Paul Gravett makes a post, he's our CEO, he talks all the time. If you read what he writes, do you read it in his voice? If you go to someone's page and you read what they're writing and you have no idea what their voice sounds like, they need to go live more. So even if it doesn't, I mean, yesterday I couldn't even stand not being able to go live. So I just pre-recorded a video and just posted the video because I wanted to get it out there. Do a reel, talk on your story at first. It's not as intimidating as going live for everyone to see, but use your voice so people know that you've got this product, but it's so much more than a product. Like, you guys know that it's more than a product. Everyone watching this replay knows that it's more than a product. So I always want to get back to the heart of things. Like, yeah, I want you guys to be successful. I want you to get new customers. I want you to be, getting new promoters and growing your team and climbing the ranks and earning the leaderboards and going on the trips and getting the cars. Like, yes, those are all bonuses, but getting back to the basics, getting back to the heart of it. What did Thrive do for you? Why do you wake up every morning and take your Thrive? What has it done to change your life? And share that. And the right people who need to hear it, they'll show up. Okay, so I know I asked you guys, what do you need from your leadership? I've got motivation. I've got back to the basics. I've talked a little bit about how we do these team huddles 4 days a week. Tammy does Zooms on Sunday and Monday night because that's what works for her. That's what works for her team, right? We do team huddles on the team page because that's what works for our team. We go 4 days a week, different times, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, so that somebody can get on somewhere. We've been doing this all year and I love the consistency of it. We will be continuing to do this 4 days a week until the end of the year. But moving forward in January, whether you're watching this now or whether you're watching the replay, please give me some feedback. Do you want to continue on live on Facebook? Do you want to continue with Zooms? I could do 2 Zooms a week instead of 4 team huddles a week. And we could do like me and Courtney 1 week and Lacey and Sarah the next week and alternate weeks and do Zoom instead of a team huddle. Would you rather do 1 Zoom a week? I don't want to overlap with Tammy because she does Sunday and Monday nights. So there's already 2 Zooms a week to log into. And I personally enjoy getting on hers. So I feel like we all should. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like, just think about it. Give me some feedback, like what works best for you. I know that the most discouraging thing is hopping on as a leader and nobody hops on live. Those of us who do the team huddles live in the team page, I try to send out reminders 10 minutes before. That way people kind of see like, okay, she's going to do her team huddle in 10 minutes. If you get that notification, tag your teams, let them know, hey, there's a team huddle in 10 minutes. You guys, we're not doing the team huddles just because we feel like talking. The leaders who are doing these team huddles, including myself, we genuinely think about what we want to say. We research topics, we think about what's going on in the company and what's coming up this week, you know, and we try to coach you guys through that. And when nobody watches it and nobody watches the replay and nobody comments, it's kind of discouraging. But guess what? We still do it. We still show up even when we feel like we're talking to ourselves. I like being on Zoom because I can see who's here. Whereas when you're live, sometimes you can tell people are joining, sometimes you can't, sometimes you can see comments, sometimes you can't. And it's just kind of like, oh, what do we do? But you guys, we take note, like these are my notes for today. And I know that Lacey always has a topic that she researches. And I know that Sarah most definitely researches what she talks about. Courtney can hype up anyone. She takes us to Thrive Church every single Wednesday when she talks. Like we all love doing this, but I'm not opposed to changing it next year. I honestly love being able to say we've hosted a team huddle 4 to 5 days a week for a whole entire year. So we're doing this. We are in this for the year, but our team is growing. We're growing and we've got new people coming, and we are going to harvest leadership this month because it is fall. And so I know we did June a couple years ago, we did cultivating leadership. This month we are going to harvest leadership. I am working on getting together a schedule for that. Don't be surprised if you have a topic, because everyone's getting a topic. We have 30 days in the month. We're going to have at least 30 topics. And if I get the whole month covered and there's more people that need to share, we will have 2 in a day. But hop on those, whether you're able to watch them live, share with your team, tag your team, get them excited to watch them and cheer each other on. This community only works if we work. So I can share the things, I can post the things, we can go live, we can do Zooms, but I don't want to do this alone. And I always make posts that say, it's only fun if your friends can come. I want you guys all to come. Yeah, obviously to Punta Cana with all of us in February, but I want you guys to come every day and work with me because we're better together. Like I don't always want to be the one talking, and I learned so much from you guys. And if you are missing out on Lacey's huddles, you've got to go back and watch them. You guys, she's researching Instagram algorithms and what to post and when and why, and she's doing some serious research on how to grow your business. All of these topics, if you go and watch Tammy's from last night, I learned so much. I watched it twice. And so let's make Tammy proud. Okay, let's get out 10 samples this week like she challenged us to. Challenge your teams to do the same. The reward is your business is going to grow. Right? 9 out of 10 times my samplers turn into customers. Jackie can attest to that. And it's not because I'm out there saying, hey, do you want a free sample at all? It's because I'm doing reach outs, I'm talking to people. And when I feel like someone's interested, I am more than happy to say, I have a sample for you. But I'm not just giving a sample, guys, I'm following up. Day 1, how are you feeling? How did you make your shake today? How did it taste? Like, what did you do? And hopefully that gets, reiterated. Hopefully you do that, when you get a customer and they appreciate that. Everyone's favorite subject is themselves. Everyone wants to talk about themselves. I've said this so many times, I'm going to say it again. If you're in a big giant group of people and there's a group photo, the first thing you do when you look at that photo is you look for yourself. You don't care how anyone else looks. You don't care what anyone else is wearing. If their eyes are closed, if their mouth is open, it doesn't matter. You look for yourself. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people. They just want to be heard. People want you to listen to them when you say, okay, tell me what your goals are with your health and wellness. Like, what are your goals with the Thrive experience? What did you hear about Thrive that made you excited for it? and let them speak and listen to them. That's the best part. That's the best part about this job, is knowing when they say, you know what, I woke up today and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I saw that email for the 10% off. And I thought, you know what, this must be a sign, and I'm ready to order. And then you get to talk them through that. What's been going on in your life that makes you so tired? I can't wait to share this with you. I can't wait for you to learn about what Thrive can do for you. Just listen. They'll tell you what they need, and you'll know what Thrive can do to help them if you just listen. So I'm going to stop talking because it's going to cut me off in a minute and a half. So I'm going to get this recording together. I hope that this helped all of you today. The number one thing I want to tell you is to just go engage in that customer page. That's the best thing you can do. Invite your people and then go over there and show up. Just show up. So I hope you guys have a good Monday, and I will see you tomorrow morning on Lacey's Live. Okay, bye guys.